Today we will explore life in Bangladesh, a country full of mysteries and peculiarities. It is a Muslim nation with strict religious rules, yet it also allows prostitution and polyandry. Customs. Interesting, right? Let's begin our journey. Bangladesh, located in Southeast Asia, is a country rich in culture and history. It has a strategic geographical position and a rapidly growing economy. Covering an area of about 147,570 square kilometers, Bangladesh is one of the world's most densely populated countries, with over 160 million people. Bangladesh is bordered by India to the west and north, Myanmar to the east, and has a coastline along the Arabian Sea to the south, bordering the Bay of Bengal. The country is mainly formed by the Ganges Delta, a river system that flows from the Himalayas. This delta is one of the richest alluvial lands in the world, providing Bangladesh with a strong agricultural base and abundant natural resources. An interesting fact about Bangladesh is that it has a majority Muslim population with about 90% of its people following Islam. Islamic law is strictly enforced here, but surprisingly, prostitution is considered legal. According to statistics, about 100,000 women work in this industry, of which only about 10% participate voluntarily. The rest are often sold into it due to poverty. Before we get to the most exciting part, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so we can bring you more amazing content. Kapara is known as the largest and oldest brothel in Bangladesh, where around 1,100 to 1,200 sex workers live and work. However, this number could be much higher, as this area also has many underage sex workers, often hidden by their mothers or brothel owners because their bodies are not fully developed. Many of these girls use Orex, a weight gain drug for livestock, to get fuller and more attractive bodies. Although health organizations have warned about the risk of death when using Orex for a long time, they continue to use it to earn a living. The existence of brothels like Kapara raises many troubling issues about human rights and health. Girls in this industry often face the risk of abuse, violence, and sexually transmitted diseases. Additionally, their living and working conditions are often very poor, lacking protection and support from society. Non-governmental organizations and human rights groups are working hard to improve the situation. They organize education programs and provide medical services to sex workers, while also raising community awareness about this issue. Some programs support vocational training and create job opportunities for women in prostitution, helping them escape their current lives and seek a better future. However, changing such a long-standing and complex system is not easy. It requires close coordination between the government, social organizations, and the community to come up with effective and sustainable solutions. Promoting women's rights and ensuring their safety and health is a necessary and urgent task, requiring attention and action from all sides. The story of brothels like Kapara and the lives of sex workers in Bangladesh is not just a legal and ethical issue, but also a strong call for social justice and human rights. Hopefully, with continuous efforts, one day women and girls in difficult circumstances will have the opportunity to live free, happy, and with the rights they deserve. This country is also known for having the most child brides in the world. According to the United Nations Children's Fund, Bangladesh is one of the top 10 countries with the highest rate of child marriage, with 29% of brides marrying before the age of 15 and 65% before the age of 18. As a result, these girls have to drop out of school early and often face domestic violence. They also face health risks when getting pregnant too early. In general, the cause of this situation is outdated traditions and persistent poverty in the South Asian country. Additionally, according to the beliefs of Bangladeshi people, women are often not seen as capable of earning as much money as men, which creates a burden on the family. Thus, in a marriage, the bride's family must pay dowry to the groom's family, which is contrary to most of Southeast Asia and South Asia. The amount of money will be smaller the younger the bride is, and this is one of the deep-rooted causes of the high rate of child marriage in Bangladesh. If the bride's family cannot pay the dowry, the child brides have to endure severe abuse from the groom's family. Despite having a population of over 160 million people, Bangladesh is an ethnically diverse country. Bengalis make up 98% of the population, with the rest being immigrants from Myanmar and indigenous ethnic groups. Among them is a small tribe called the Marma, mainly living in the Chittagong hill tracts. The Marma tribe is known for their long-standing and peculiar custom of polyandry. Bangladesh promises unforgettable experiences for travelers. Moreover, the people of Bangladesh are known for their friendliness, hospitality, and enthusiasm. With a population of over 160 million, Bangladesh is one of the most densely populated countries in the world. Their culture and lifestyle reflect a delicate blend of tradition and modernity. Family is the center of Bangladeshi society, often with multi-generational households creating strong bonds. High community spirit is evident through collective activities like festivals, weddings, and religious events, where everyone shares joy and helps each other. In terms of healthcare, Bangladesh has a robust system with 1,683 hospitals, including 678 government-funded and 1,500 privately invested hospitals. Many of these private hospitals are medical teaching institutions, located in central areas of several districts, providing specialized care in various fields. Besides these hospitals, specialized health centers operate throughout Bangladesh to address infectious diseases like tuberculosis and leprosy. Despite being a developing country, Bangladesh's healthcare conditions and services still face many challenges. According to the World Health Organization, only about 3% of the country's GDP expenditure is allocated to healthcare, and there are only 4 hospital beds per 10,000 people. One major challenge of Bangladesh's healthcare system is that many people cannot access healthcare services. Although basic care is provided for free at government-funded hospitals, many patients still have to pay for medications and tests themselves. The best hospitals and medical facilities are usually found in the capital, Dhaka, including Apollo Hospital, Square Hospital, and United Hospital. Foreigners living in Bangladesh should consider comprehensive international health insurance to cover evacuation costs or treatment at private hospitals in Dhaka. Bangladesh has a complicated and long history of political violence. Before coming to Bangladesh, foreigners should update their information through media and learn about the country's stability. Although most areas in Bangladesh are relatively safe with a low crime rate, crimes do occur, especially thefts, particularly in crowded cities. Armed robbery, pickpocketing, and bag snatching are not uncommon, so foreigners should avoid carrying large amounts of cash and not wear conspicuous jewelry. Phone snatching is also quite common, so expensive mobile phones should not be displayed publicly on crowded streets. Thieves often operate in groups and typically use motorcycles to carry out attacks. There have also been reports of some police officers abusing their power. While the poverty rate in the country is particularly high, the cost of living in Bangladesh is surprisingly affordable. Rent prices in major cities like Dhaka can range from about 15,000 taka, around $170 USD, to 50,000 taka, around $570 USD per month, depending on the area and amenities. For foreigners, safer and more convenient areas usually cost more. The cost of food and necessities is relatively cheap but depends on your preferences and the quality of products. A simple meal in a restaurant can cost from 150 taka, around $1.70 USD and up. Public bus transportation costs are very low, about 10 to 20 taka, around 11 to 23 cents USD per trip. However, using taxi services or private cars can be more expensive, with prices depending on the distance traveled. Other costs are also quite reasonable and can be lower compared to many other countries, though they still depend on the specific area and your lifestyle choices. As a foreigner working in Bangladesh, you will have to pay income tax on your total earnings, including income from work in Bangladesh and foreign income from sources within Bangladesh. Only tax-exempt income is not subject to income tax. The tax rate depends on your residency status during the tax year. Bangladeshi residents must pay taxes on their global income, while foreign citizens usually only pay taxes on income from work in Bangladesh and foreign income from sources within Bangladesh. Conversely, non-residents of Bangladesh are only taxed on income from sources within Bangladesh. Residency is determined based on the number of days you stay in Bangladesh during the tax year. You will be considered a resident if you stay in the country for 182 days or more. Additionally, you may also be considered a resident of Bangladesh if you stay for 90 days or more and have resided in Bangladesh for over 365 days in the 4 preceding years. To start working in Bangladesh as a foreigner in the future, you may need to apply for a tourist visa. This type of visa allows you to stay in the country for 30 days, depending on the country you come from. To determine the most appropriate visa for your trip to Bangladesh, consult the nearest consulate. To obtain a Bangladesh visa, you need to prepare the following documents: a valid passport, hotel booking confirmation, invitation letter, company letter, and an invitation letter from a company based in Bangladesh, including the traveler's name and passport number. For business travelers, some countries have citizens who do not require a visa depending on their regulations. For detailed information on visa applications, contact the nearest Bangladesh consulate before planning your trip or work in the country. Applying for a visa in Bangladesh is not particularly difficult if you prepare all the necessary documents and comply with the country's regulations. To simplify the process, you should consult information from the Bangladesh consulate or the official website of the Bangladesh Ministry of Foreign Affairs for specific details on visa types and requirements. If you prepare carefully and follow the guidelines, obtaining a visa for Bangladesh will not be challenging. Thank you for taking the time to explore life in Bangladesh with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to follow our upcoming videos on other interesting topics on our channel. See you on our next journey. Thank you. According to this custom, widowed women who want to remarry must choose a man from the same tribe as their late husband. This man must be a bachelor and is usually a young man. The unique aspect of this tradition is that, to compensate the new husband, the woman will choose one of her daughters to become his second wife. According to the Marma people, having a daughter share a husband with her mother is very beneficial. First, a young woman helps the husband's family have more children. Then, the mother still holds all the power in the family, while the daughter helps protect the family's assets and takes over when the mother passes away. Today, many Marma women believe this custom is unfair to young girls, as they have no choice in their own happiness. Moreover, this custom has broken the sacred bond between mother and daughter. While some try to preserve the tradition, more and more people are speaking out against it, demanding personal freedom, the right to choose, and the right to love without being bound by ancient customs. Notably, the stories of Marma women fighting for change have drawn international attention. Many non-governmental organizations and human rights groups have started to intervene, helping young girls seek a freer life. Workshops, education programs, and media campaigns have been organized to raise awareness about gradually bringing hope to the younger Marma generation in the modern context. They look forward to a brighter future where personal freedom and happiness are respected and not limited by outdated traditions. What do you think about this custom? Leave a comment below the video to let everyone know. Bangladesh was founded 50 years ago. The history of Bangladesh begins with the ancient Maurya and Gupta kingdoms of India, later becoming part of the British Empire in the 19th century, known as colonial Bengal. After India gained independence in 1947, Bengal was divided into two parts. One part belonged to India, and the other became East Pakistan. In 1971, Bangladesh gained independence after a war of secession, recognized by India. The capital Dhaka is the largest city and the political and economic center of Bangladesh. It is famous for its textile industry, and Bangladesh is the world's second-largest garment exporter, with the industry accounting for 80% of export earnings and over 10% of GDP. Major fashion brands like H&M, Zara, Primark, Gap, and Adidas are attracted to the country. The official language is Bengali, with many people also speaking English. Foreigners doing business in Bangladesh need to know Bengali, although English is also used in some commercial activities. Despite its rich culture and history, Bangladesh is notorious for its noise and severe pollution, especially in the capital Dhaka. One of the most densely populated cities in the world, air pollution in Dhaka often ranks among the worst globally, mainly due to vehicle emissions, uncontrolled factories, and construction. This heavily impacts the health and quality of life of its residents. Noise is another problem in Bangladesh, as crowded traffic, honking horns, and continuous construction activities create a chaotic environment. Congested roads, prolonged traffic jams, and limited public transport force people to use personal vehicles, adding to the pollution and noise. Setting aside the noise and pollution issues, Bangladesh has countless interesting aspects. Let's continue exploring in the video below. First, Bangladeshi cuisine is very rich and diverse, reflecting a delicate blend of ingredients and unique cooking methods influenced by Indian, Middle Eastern, and Southeast Asian cultures. Bangladeshi cuisine has its own distinct identity, with rice, fish, vegetables, and spices being the main features. Rice is the staple food, and hilsa fish is particularly favored. Fresh vegetables such as carrots, potatoes, eggplant, and beans are indispensable, combined with spices like turmeric, chili, cumin, cinnamon, and cloves to create rich flavors. Typical Bangladeshi dishes include biryani, bua curry, fuchka, and rogal. Biryani is a combination of rice, meat, and spices, often cooked in a clay pot. Bunak chachuri is made from rice and lentils cooked with meat and spices, often served during festivals. Fuchka is a crispy fried dough stuffed with mashed potatoes and green peas. Rasgulla is a dessert made from fresh cheese soaked in sugar syrup. Street food in Bangladesh is also very diverse, with dishes like chat poi samosa and jalebi. Family meals are often very abundant, with many dishes laid out on the table during festivals. Bangladeshis usually prepare special dishes like biryani, halim, and pesh. Bangladeshis often eat with their hands, considering it the best way to fully enjoy the flavors of the food. Bangladeshi cuisine is not only a source of pride for its people, but also a highlight that attracts tourists, with each dish carrying its own story and cultural significance. Bangladesh is a travel destination with many attractive sites rich in culture and nature. The capital, Dhaka, stands out with historical monuments like Lalbagh Fort, the Pink Palace, and Ahsan Manzil, along with a diverse street food scene. Cox's Bazar, with the world's longest beach, draws visitors with its fine white sand and clear blue water. Sundarbans, the largest mangrove forest in the world and a UNESCO heritage site, is home to the rare Bengal tiger. The picturesque Chittagong Hill Tracts, home to diverse tribes and unique cultures, offers opportunities for trekking and nature exploration. Rangamati, the center of the Chittagong Hill Tracts, is known for Kaptai Lake and indigenous villages. Silhe, with its lush tea gardens and beautiful waterfalls, is an ideal place to enjoy natural scenery and visit famous temples. Khulna, the gateway to the Sundarbans, also has interesting attractions like the Kaijanali Mosque and the historical Bagarhat Museum. Srimangal, the tea capital of Bangladesh, charms visitors with its tea estates and Lakhara Forest Reserve. The historic city of Bagarhat, home to the 60-Dome Mosque, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, showcases the country's unique architecture. Kwaikata Beach, where you can watch both sunrise and sunset over the sea, offers a fantastic experience for visitors with its diverse landscapes and unique culture.